Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. And if you're a returning subscriber, as always, welcome back. Guys, regardless of how you feel, you know about the statement I'm about to say. To many, America is regarded as the greatest country on the planet, and it's the land of opportunity. And with it being a land of opportunity, you know, as we all know, in a lot of issues in the news, there are people fighting to get into the country, whether it's legally or illegally. And, you know, a lot of people look at America as a place to start anew, get rich, and build a comfortable life for them and their children and so on and so forth. All right. And this comes from a lot of different countries. And, you know, today I want to talk about, you know, if everything is as it's said, how come so many Americans are broke, you know, living at or above the poverty level, or, you know, just working paycheck to paycheck? And, you know, I was guilty of that for the longest time. And, you know, it's one of these things, a lot of people don't really go into it. I mean, you know, there are videos, YouTube videos about it. But I mean, it's something that really is not dwelled upon a lot because, you know, everybody got their own problems and everybody's in the rat race and they're trying to do what they got to do to be successful in life. So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about that and why it is that a lot of people are broke. And the first thing I want to talk about, the first point I want to make is this. I think a lot of it has to do with the educational system. You know, the way I see it, you know, and I learned this at a later age. When you go to school, yeah, it teaches you good things, math, you know, science, arithmetic. I mean, well, that's math, but reading comprehension. Basic skills for you to survive in America, in this world, right? But it really doesn't go into investing your money, you know, business ownership, stock market investing, you know, and certain things to make your life a little bit easier and easy in the early retirement. A lot of people might debate, hey, it might not be a school's job to get you ready for retirement or make you rich. And, you know, some people support that. But the educational system, to me, in my opinion, teaches you how to be an employee. It doesn't teach you how to run any type of, you know, have your own financial independence and to have financial freedom as a goal. That's the first thing I think is just the educational. You know, they're training people to be employees. My stepdaughter graduated last year. And I remember sitting in the, at the ceremony and looking at all the kids down there. You know, we were in the stadium, so I'm looking down at the kids. I'm looking at them and saying, you know, how many of these kids will get an opportunity to own their own business? How many of these kids will just be regular workers? You know, regular employees. And there's nothing wrong with being a regular employee. You know, I don't want to say it because I own a business now. You know, I was a regular employee and, you know, a standard employee and working for other companies and so on and so forth. But, you know, it's just one of them things that was interesting. You know, how much were they taught in school that can really put them at maximum efficiency and have a very comfortable life and being financially ready for the real world. So it's one of those things. Yeah, like I said, education, you know, yeah, we got college, you know, but college is not an option for everybody. Like me, I went to college and I was like, you know what I'm saying? It was just one of them things where most of the people, a lot of people that are rich now don't even go to college. So, I mean, college is a little bit overrated. The only thing I will say about college, though, is college is one of them things where you might have to go to college to do a specific job that you really want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But education is number one. I think the educational system is, you know, one of the first reasons, you know, with helping us become broke. Second thing I like to say is we are commercially programmed. Well, commercial programming. And when I say commercial programming, I mean commercials, period. You know, I can't remember, and if somebody got leave me a comment, you know, because I mean I might have a mind blank right now, but I cannot remember the last commercial that is not telling you to either spend money on something or give money to something You know, it's like never, you know, it's always an advertising. Then, you know, I guess it's called advertising, so it is going to be advertising. But it's always ads, you know, commercial breaks or whatever. I mean, you see them on these videos. You know, somebody always subliminally mentioning to you, hey, listen, you want to be cool? Buy these jeans. Buy this car. You know, they put models in front of your face. You know, certain ads. And this starts at a young age. How many of y'all, everybody has been, you know, victim to this, especially when you was a kid. You'll see a toy on TV, or you got kids right now. Oh, toy come up. Oh, mommy, daddy, I want this, I want that. I want this, I want that. You know, we're conditioned to spend our money, give our money away. As soon as we get it, it's gone. You know, my stepson just got a job. Right? 16 years old, 17 years old, just got a job. Got paid on Friday. 20% of his money is what he got left. I'm like, how'd you blow that money that fast? You know? And it's one of those things, man. We're commercially. I said, where'd you see these sneakers at? Where'd you find these jeans? Oh, I saw it online. I saw it. It's like we conditioned to have the money just vacuumed out of our pockets before we even get it. A lot of times our money is even spent. Our money's spent. So I mean, commercials is number 2. I would say commercials, you know, being, and I'm not saying it's trickery, because I mean, you either buy something or you don't. But I mean, a lot of these commercials are centered around playing on your emotions. And you know, you say, wow, if I could wear those jeans better than that person, or I could have, you know, if I had that car, man, and I showed up at the party, or I did this or I did that, man, we got to eliminate that. We got to eliminate that. Number 3, I think we buy our lifestyle. We work to support a lifestyle, but it's like a lot of us are trying to buy a lifestyle. And that comes to, you know, I think, and I should have made this number 4, but I think credit helps that. Having credit cards, or having the amount, a way to get credit, you know, that's killing us. You know, a lot of people use credit cards, or, you know, have certain forms of credit where they can buy something in advance, and then it's like you get caught up in that, and all of a sudden it changes your mentality of how you look at things a lot of times, and next thing you know, you're working paycheck to paycheck to pay things off. A lot of people are going through that now. A lot of people spent over budget with the Christmas holidays. Come January, you hit with a stack of bills, and reality hit, and now you're working just to get back your head above water. And it's one of those things. Credit messed us up as people, because I mean, a lot of people can go, it can be used irresponsibly, and we got a lot of credit card debt and credit debt in this country. Another thing about credit, you know, there are different forms of credit for different hierarchies in the social system, you know, financial social system. Like you got places that be like straight scamming, Rent-A-Center and all that stuff, for a lot of people that, you know, are not financially good enough to get a credit card or whatever, or have bad credit. And you get these places and they just take you to the cleaners with, you know, buying stuff from them. A lot of them want the money the same week, you know, on a weekly basis. You know, you got to pay us $10 a week, 20. Most Americans get paid twice a month. So, I mean, you can get caught up in that real quick, guys. So we got to be careful of that. Another thing with buying our lifestyle, you know, supposedly $18,000 a year Americans spend on non-essential items, basically junk, things they don't need, you know, and part of that comes into trying to buy your lifestyle, you know, or support the lifestyle that you want to see. That's why, like, I'm real big and against a lot of these influencers out here that take pictures next to Lamborghinis, or you see a lot of young kids, especially a lot of these rappers now, with stacks of money, throwing the money up in the air and acting like money is easy to come by, and a lot of people get caught up in that. You know, we fail to understand the difference between an asset and a liability. You know, this goes back to the Baby Boy movie when he said guns and butter, the scenario, the old narrative. You know, we got to understand what the difference between an asset and a liability is. I don't know why I'm tongue-tied. But, you know, an asset is something that you buy and it brings value to you. You make money from it, so on and so forth. Whereas a liability is something you just brought and now you just have it. And it takes money out of your pocket a lot of times, you know. And we most of us buy a lot of liabilities and don't even know what assets are. You know, when you're buying something and it's constantly draining your pockets, you'll never recover. So that's number 3. We buy our lifestyle. When we try to work to just support a lifestyle. Number 4, we don't use money like the tool that it is, that it should be used as. You know, money can buy you freedom. You know, having a lot of money, you know, you got the freedom to do other things that others without the money can do. And to me, I'm guilty of this years ago. I mean, I made a lot of money. I had a lot of good jobs before I started going into business for myself, where I lucked up, and luckily it was successful. I had a lot of ups and downs, you know, working paycheck to paycheck, you know, working just to buy something. You know, it's asinine to sit here and think, say like you get a paycheck and your paycheck is $1,000 and you go out there and you buy something that's $600 and it might be a liability, you know, just something you want just to want. You know, half of your check is gone. More than half of your check is gone. And I know, you know, when you're younger, it's hard to rational. Well, I worked for it and I want this, you know, I want to, and I understand that. And that's one of the dynamics about trying to understand finances and get out of the rat race. But money should be multiplied. Like, I didn't know that, you know, when you get money, yeah, it buys you happy. People say it can't buy you happiness. Money can buy you freedom. Freedom to do things you wouldn't normally be able to do without it. But the thing is this, as far as having money, you know, money should be multiplied as well. You know, turn money into more money. And that's how the rich get richer. You know, like me, I was introduced to the stock market. I got a plethora of videos that could be helpful to a lot of folks. A lot of people on here don't even look at them. And I'm just being honest with you. You know, as far as dealing with money, I didn't know anything about it until somebody introduced me to stock market investing and understanding what an asset and a liability was, and how I was basically throwing a lot of money down the drain. And for my age, I wasn't thinking about the future. And that brings me to my next point. We never think about retirement until it's too late. A lot of us, you know, a lot of us are stuck in jobs, man, that are killing us, making us sick. You know, we work just enough not to get fired. And it's like these jobs, man, that we have, we're stuck at them, a lot of us, especially a lot of single mothers and stuff like that. They stuck at these jobs, you know, or it might be guys paying child support. Sometimes you stuck at a job because you can't quit because, you know, and like disparity kicks in. But we don't think about retirement till it's too late. Like me, I started my business in my 30s, right? Now, yeah, granted it was late, but I mean, the timing is what the timing is. As soon as I got the job, I was started getting hit with a lot of clients. Business started rolling, and somebody came to me like, hey, Steve, man, you doing good with your business? I said, yeah, business is doing far better than I thought it was going to be in the first year. He said, what you going to do about retirement? I'm like, huh? I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just happy that I got a whole bunch of money, which endowed me with a whole bunch of freedom in different directions I can go, to where I don't have to worry about bills and such things like that. And I was just happy with that. You know, getting money is not the goal. It's not the end goal at all. You know, it's just, you know, part of, you know, being successful. And it's a lot of things we don't think about. So we don't think about retirement or anything. And there are people out there right now that in their 40s, late 50s, still just working 9 to 5s. Ask yourself this question. How many times, you know, have you switched jobs this year? You know, whether it's on purpose or just circumstance. How many people you know are older still trying to go out and look for jobs? You know, the older you are, even though you have experience, the harder it is to get a job because they want to go with younger youth. It's one of these things, you know, having a nest egg and all of that stuff in the background. It's like a lot of us are not even thinking about that. So we don't really think about retirement till it's too late. Number 6, and this is the one that I really wanted to get to. We don't invest our money. We don't invest our money in anything. That's where I say money can be multiplied. You know, like me, I learned about the stock market where, you know, I buy companies, you know, and I add a little bit into the company and shares of stock. And over time, a snowball effect comes. I get paid dividends, and then it starts to roll over on itself. And then the money starts making money, you know. And it's like one of these things where a lot of people are not into that, you know, or haven't been introduced to that. Now, as far as me, investing is where I've made, you know, a good amount of my money double or triple, you know, made it multiply. And, you know, there are many different ways out there that you can do, you know, make more money. But I mean, I have multiple streams of income and they're passive. I don't have to do anything except sit back and collect. And, you know, I'm grateful for my position and where I'm at. 2022, even though the market was down, I still made out really good. I'm financially educated. I know which direction I want to go. And I implore anybody out there that's listening to this video, if you get a chance, man, you know, figure out how many options you have out there in your economic situation to where you can make 2023 way better than 2022. You know, I didn't mean to drag on this video, but guys, leave me a comment, man. Tell me what you think, you know. But I implore anybody, man, like my channel, like I'm called Stock Market Steve. My channel is originally about the stock market. You wouldn't tell with all these different videos I've been making as of late, but the market has been dead, and I don't want to keep repeating the same thing everybody else is, or just grabbing at straws to get views. But you know, guys, man, you got to really think about your future. You got to really think about where you're putting your money. Because this right here is a cycle that's going to keep going, and get bigger and bigger and bigger as we have more people coming into the workforce and, you know, younger generations. But I just wanted to share a little bit about that. And as always, guys, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, if I don't get a chance to talk to you, Happy New Year. I've said it in multiple videos, but this might be my last one for the year, because I mean, it's the day before 2023. But 2023 can be a year, you know. And just educate yourself. Educate yourself about money, how to use it, how to invest, you know, and you can change your circumstance. Like me, I came down to Houston to start a business. I was homeless for a year on purpose. You know what I mean? Go through it. I had to go through it. And that whole time I was studying, you know, what I wanted to really go into and how I can make my business the best I can be. Studying about business and also studying about, you know, just understanding how to work the finances once I start making them. Now, stock market wasn't one of the things that was introduced to me. It was introduced to me by a client who, you know, through his, you know, works and labors, I seen that what he was subscribing to me worked. And, you know, I was thankful for that. But, I mean, any information I can get you guys, you know, have a better year than you did this year. And, you know, do better financially, I look at it as a blessing and giving back. So, that's it. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for listening.